Welcome. I have a big welcome to the other analog horror series we're doing today. This is called Polybius Tapes by a channel called Unearthly. This seems like it's a very young series. Looking at it's made 2 months ago. So there might be more videos coming out during the pipeline later on in life. But for now, there's only 2 videos. Maybe there might be a third, but right now we have 2. If you like this series and you want to see more of it, please talk about it in the comments, and I will be making studies of this. Theories, more or less. And if you disagree with my theories, please put it in the comments that you disagree with some of my theories on this. And I will, read them and think of ways to rebuttal them if I have to. If I don't have to, and you just like set a comment of like, wow, you're so smart. Thank you, Mr. Streamer. You're so intelligent. I'll be like, stop kissing my ass because that's not fun. Stop giving me wet kisses. All right, we got. Let's continue. Let's watch the series called The Prophecies, the Polybius tapes. If you don't know, Polybius is like a term that people use, but I most know it about the arcade machine. If you don't know about Polybius, just to give you guys like a look into this, there's an arcade machine back in the day that was in the 1990s. People said about called Polybius. Apparently, it was a quote unquote FBI psyop used to induct people to commit suicide, which is which is odd that's even like a thing that like this thing can do. But if you don't know, that's what Polybius is supposed to be is. And the gameplay is like, what is it called? Wave Rider? And it has like, subliminal messaging in it. Like it's weird and odd, but it seems kind of cool. It's just, seems like a big hoax. Because everyone just like says like, yeah, this is a hoax. It's not even real. Which, I'm going to say that they're right. It might be just a hoax all itself. I don't know anything about Polybius. Other than like the angry video game nerd like video on it. But I know primarily it's just a hoax. It's not a real thing. It's just an arcade machine people made up about people getting like brainwashed by Polybius. And again, I don't know what the word exactly means. Let me look up what the word Polybius actually means. Polybius meaning. It's a philosopher. Okay. Polybius is a Greek historian who lived around this story is the rise believe that studying history was the best way to understand the present. He's also known to do careful research and first-hand knowledge of human character interaction. Okay, weird thing. And Polybius is literally much life, long lived. Interesting as a sewer slide machine. All right, let's continue though. All right, hold on. I was drinking water. We're gonna have to actually read this. Take it slow from here. Oh wait, this is episode 2. It's episode 2. Okay, first contact. I guess is the first episode. Tape 1. The following videotape was recovered by. The UTA has been running since 1942. Multiple files detailing the operations of UA Pit had been leaked to 2009 due to a data breach. Authorities have ruled out the existence of the organization as a hoax. So this is like not a real thing. UA Pit is not a real company. They cannot suppress the truth. Interesting. This is a documentary like disproving someone that's wrong. United Aerial Phenomenon Investigation Team. Okay. In other words, it's a UFO center. Aerial Phenomenon Investigation Team. 1942. That is not cool. What? Apollo 18. What is it? Yo, hold the phone. I'm getting like so much lore dump in like a few seconds. Can we slow it down, gamer? Like, what was half of that? The moon landing? She isn't dead? What happened here? It's like a lunar space pod. And like, the moon landing being like, what, like, Again, this is the moon. I'm assuming this is the moon. What is this? We just started, man. What is happening? We just started. The fuck? What? We just started, and I'm just getting smashed with like lore. She isn't dead. What? I don't know what we're dealing with. Whatever it is, it's outside. It's outside of our normal. It's in space. 1997 and an island was found 2,000 kilometers from the Earth's moon. I'm so confused, bro. Phenomenon discovered on. They keep censoring this information. Team was sent to investigate. A floating object? Josh Ball, okay. Steve Robbins, Kathy Robbins, okay. Is there a fifth member? There's 4 members and there's a secret 5th one? Steve Robbins is not, it's not him. Was Steve Robbins in the team? Steve Robbins was in the team. And then something fucking happened to him. The mission was called Apollo 18. The public was never know of the missions for the counter security purposes. Only NASA and UAP were aware of the program. NASA, probably the FBI, and the UAP were only the ones who were aware of this. So this was a mission specifically done to the... Well, the Apollo 18 was the moon landing, correct? Hold up, they're not saying what I think they're saying. Moon's haunted? Just asking, you know. Moon's haunted? The moon is haunted. Just weird. Weird little fucking... What is happening on the moon? What's causing this on the moon? Whatever this phenomenon is.
Liftoff. Roger, clock. Clock, start flight, Roger. Thrust is go, all engines, Roger. Clear the tower. Roger, we got a roll program. Flight 5,
I'm so fucking pissed off that I cannot hear this fucking shit because of this stupid fucking hammering outside. Oh my fucking lord. Let me hear this.
Flight 5, Roger, 13:00.624.
Wait, hold on. Capcom? Like, okay, there has to be, like, another word used for Capcom, correct? Like, it can't be that, like, you're good to go for landing. I guess this is Minas Arena Center. It can't be, like, the game company, Capcom. For landing.
Roger. 2,000 feet is the yes. 47 feet. Roger. Altitude 600. 49 feet. Is looking good. Roger. 35 degrees. 150 coming down 93. 100 feet. 21 down.
We lost communication with Apollo 18 team. So whatever this fucking thing is, it causes like electrical disturbances too. Like it causes like just connection disturbances altogether. Let me lower the volume of this because like I know like you guys want to hear me too to like talk about this, so let me just lower that. The fuck? Okay, what was this? Give me a good look on this. Because I'm getting so much confusion over this. The return, 18. So, it flew past the moon and was thrown back? Send image before losing communication. We received it 4 days after it was sent. We didn't realize till it was too late. What is this image? They're blurring something out. What are they keeping from us? What is this? They just flew back. Whatever it fucking was. Did no one survive? Is Steve Robinson the only creature that survived, and whatever he is, he's infected? What happened in this? The smell of what? The smell of what? I'm so confused, dude. There's so many rabbit holes that, like, so much information. I'm losing it, bro. I'm drooling all over my hands. What do you mean it smelled like something? All evacuations were What was happening? There's so much stuff that's kept out of my own mind. What is happening? What is happening? I'm so confused, dude. The landing faked. Steve Robinson is like an issue. When they came back, no one felt like they were okay. They flew past the moon and they were thrown back. They took one image and were like sent right back. Reminder, they had to have ignition in the first place and fuel to like shoot themselves out of whatever planet they were a part of and come back to Earth. They had to legitimately fire the systems up and send themselves back. In any case, this thing is smart. Whatever this thing is, I don't know who survived from this crash. Do we have any information who survived? It smelled like what? They're wearing hazmat suits. It smelled like what? 4 astronauts were found. Hold on. Okay, remember your placement. 337. Okay. Okay. Scroll back a little bit. She isn't dead. Are they going to report her as a corpse? Kathy Robbins. What's with her face? Interesting. All of them? There's so much to this. This episode alone is driving me fucking insane. Like, this is just episode 1, dude. This just drove me so fucking insane. Holy shit. First things first. Whatever the fuck they found on that planet infected them. They're fully infected. Kathy Robbins is not fucking dead. She looks like a corpse. She looks like unrecognizable. But she's not dead. Steve Robinson, fully like conscious, able to talk, still gushing out whatever the fuck liquid is pouring from their body. And still fully distorted with their own bone mass. Whatever they found over there is living under their skin. Living or is infecting under their skin. Whatever the fuck this thing is like harvesting them, killing them, or taking over their body. What was that one image that we got of like the teammates? Remember your placement? 15. 415. Steve Robinson. It's not him. Yeah, we're gonna be frank here. This is not him, he's gotten like controlled. His body was like mind controlled. Whatever the thing is, it took over his body. He's harvested. He's not a human. He's not a person. He's not whatever the thing it is. He's been harvested, and he's now doing the command of whatever the hell other planet that was near the moon was over there. Because whatever that thing is, it now has full control over this person, Steve Robinson. It tried that with Katie, but it failed, and like all they have is like left is a corpse. Basically, she's not dead, but she's basically just a corpse. All 4 astronauts are there, by the way. So that's why it was thrown back. That's why the ship came in like a fucking wacky little angle and was fully like crashed when it reached the Earth. They didn't want to come back. They wanted to die on that planet and just be food for them. Whatever the fuck virus this is, did not want that and wanted to spread. So it threw the ship back. That's why you see when the footage of like how the ship was being like piloted all the way back, it was spinning in a circle. It threw it back. I don't think it even fired the engines, dude. I think it just like somehow was able to throw a ship back to Earth and infect the planet. Whatever kind of substance this thing is, it is supremely intelligent and knows how to infect an entire colony of people. That's why they're regretting that you even fucking did this to them. You let them live, dude. And they regret even being alive. Because now they're the reason why humanity is doomed. That's insane. That's just insane. That's just one video too. Holy shit, dude. What is like the next video like? Okay, we're gonna have to be taking this slowly as we read from like top down here. Racial Monster AP of 1892, where people were murdered during the 1896-71 third crisis and still remain a mystery to the start of the new year, according to police. Although some kind of most do not involve with drugs, most of the cases have been cleared for the drug-related. Okay, I'll go back here one step. I'll go back forward. We'll scroll down here. Although most of the highly publicized homicides do not involve drugs, most of the cases have been cleared as related as the Detective Norman Handlinger Jr. A chart on the wall beside Howard's desk lies in ties 29 of the killings to drugs and 19 robberies or rapes or 16 domestic violations, 14 to fights, and 4 to other circumstances. Police Commissioner Crime cleared with someone arrested. They believe that they knew who committed the crime. Unclear. They are Richmond murderers of debate. The Richmond murders of Debbie Dudley Davis and Dr. Susan Elizabeth Hammonds, and the killer dubbed the Southside Strangler. Miss Davis was found sexually abused and strangled. What the fuck is happening in the city? Okay, scroll back up. killer was looking into possible links in between the Southside Valley killings and the killings of a 15-year-old Chesterfield County girl and the Arlington County movement. Other murders are not believed to be related to the drugs include the slaying of a woman in her West End home and 17-year-old Southside girl, a school teacher. Former Detective Captain W.E. resigned recently. Summarized before that he left the Bureau of the Police. Okay. Bureau of the Police. Roberta Fisher, 51, was found in the basement floor of a home in 19. Stabbed several times in the chest. Miss Porter ran jewelry business. Extensive system. What in the fuck is happening in this city, man? Frustrated by unsolved murders. Begin with 1988. Okay. Like several unsolved murders. Several. Most of them being young people. Someone shoot a child? Okay, I didn't read that fully. Agents throughout the state where sustained winds were more than 45 miles per hour. This is a fucking, like, fierce-ass blizzard. Ah, huge fucking blizzard. Collins was the only officer who could make it due to the situation. Okay.
There's a man in my house. He has a gun. I think he's coming this way.
Ma'am, please remain calm and quietly tell me where you live.
812 El Piso, Maple County. Please get here quick.
She's dead.
Units are on
Okay.
the way. Is anyone injured? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Shut up with the serial killer. After receiving a call from Mary Beck, who's supposed to be in a home intruder in Maple County, Superintendent Jesse Collins decided to look into it on his own. Due to the blizzard, both Maple and Richmond police departments were functioning at a very little staff. Most of the vehicles were unable to traverse the heavy snow despite the odd looks. Officer Collins, who made his way onto the residence of Mrs. Beck alone to neutralize the situation. However, following us, it was reported by the neighbors that there were sounds of multiple gunshots. Collins engaged in a shootout with the outside strangler, Timothy Wilson Spencer. So that's not one of the space crew. Spencer died on the spot after being shot in the chest twice. Interesting. Why did he do this, though? Why are multiple of these murders? Like, is there a connection to this and the Polybius situation? Anomaly detection. Anomaly detection? Huh? There was something there. Does anyone know what that image is? Bro, what was that? What was that? What did I just see? Like there was something there. What was that? Does anyone have like an image of this, like that they know of? Fuck, man. Fuck. Give me a minute. Let me look at that again. Okay, let me. Is there something there? Am I like losing it? Is there something there, dude? I can't see anything. There's something there, isn't there? Chat, I'm being serious. Can you actually tell me if there's something there? Like I've got to like I really want to clean my screen right now, but I don't have anything like a wet rag to kind of like do that with. But I oh my god, is there something there? Am I just seeing things? I feel like I'm seeing something. I I'm gonna say my mind is playing tricks with me. But it's really dark. They're like flesh or roots. Okay. %3 error. The baby is an anomaly? You're kidding. There's no way. What do you mean? The baby is an anomaly. You're insane. How is the child an anomaly? How? Ain't no way, dude. What? It can take the form of small children? The Fall of Fletcher. OCCA. Therapy.
Good morning.
Hey.
I saw the note.
Uh-huh.
That's not the point of this. You writing stuff down and me diagnosing you on the basis of that. Can't do that.
Isn't that your job?
My job is to listen to you, and after that, I diagnose you.
Where do you want me to start from?
From the very beginning.
Welcome to Maple County. We're a small town in Virginia with a population of 15,674. We have wonderful weather, although it tends to get colder during the winters. Regardless, we have a rich diversity of wildlife. Mayor Adam Grayson is the 7th great-grandson of Christopher.
Why is that? Why is that being done? Why are they censoring the faces? No, I'm curious. Why are they censoring the faces? Why? Do we have the anomaly filter on? Is that what happened at the beginning of this video? We have the anomaly filter on, and currently it's filtering out every anomaly from this video? Yikes. It's the president and the grandfather.
Grayson, responsible
Yikes.
for turning Maple County from its ruined rubble to a refuge center during the Civil War. The Grayson family has forever nurtured and helped those in the county, shaping it into the beautiful
None of these people
place
are
it is
anomalies.
today. We even have our own police department, headed by Chloe Collins.
Oh, no way. There's no way the entire police department is a fucking anomaly. There's no way.
Is ranked number 1 in the state. Another fun fact is that the alleged Apollo 18 spacecraft crashed in...
Oh. Don't you remember, Fletcher? What is Ryan Fletcher supposed to know? All of your mistakes? What?
Maple County is home to one of the largest forests in the state. It harbors a rich diversity of flora and fauna. In the past few months, we have noted an increase in the bear population, to which we urge residents to travel in groups when entering the forest, specifically during the night.
Grayson family, Rebel's legacy. He's an anomaly too? Christ, why are there so many fucking anomalies, man?
Hey, Grace?
Josh?
Yeah. How are you doing?
I thought Why haven't you called or answered? Hey, it's okay, alright? You can talk to me.
Don't talk to him.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Whoa, hold on.
We were shown more images and audios. It's so empty. It's barren, devoid of everything we know. They're sending us into nothing. Just an endless void of God knows what's out there.
You're gonna be okay, alright? You're a strong person.
What if there actually is something out there? What if that thing is like us?
Like you? Oh no. I don't know what the hell that was on the bottom of the page, whatever that was. Oh, there's so many clues just in this image alone. Hold on. We'll take this one slow. The disease is sentient. Okay. So what we're learning here is that it's a hive mind and people get controlled by it. Maid line. Is that an anagram? Madeline. It might be an anagram for something. Is there a smaller moon connected to this planet? Is that smaller moon the sentience? Or this creature? Is that smaller moon the thing that has these creatures connected to it? Okay, there was more footage here. Come on. Like, you can't just keep, like, flashing text on me like that. I could get, like, my mind distorted by this. I feel like I'm being turned into whatever the hell this is. Your blood will soak the ground. It's hunting people down. Whatever this thing is, it's hunting people down. Like, it wants to find people. I apologize for the hammers that you hear outside. I apologize for that. Bareth Ruth, Rico Suave. Okay. What the hell is like we're hearing in the background, by the way? Last been seen venturing into the forest while Brendan was last seen running into his home. She's an anomaly? How many anomalies are in this fucking town? Because, like, it seems that, like, when the Apollo 11 crashed, it created, like, a virus within the area that it just was let out into these areas. And because the anomaly is so prevalent, it's just that, like, they have like, technology now to specifically find anomalies and find images of them and, like, completely blur out their faces due to something that their faces have that has control over their bodies. This entire footage was fully cleaned by whatever the machine they have, and has been able to identify the anomalies. And it's weird that, like, it is sentient. It knows what it has to say to certain people, and it has control over stuff. It has control over the entire police department that we saw in, like, an image of. It seems that this thing, like, is beyond, like, powerful, whatever it might be. It's insane how whatever this thing is. It's just, what is it doing? Does it just want people's lives? Does it just want to control people? Is that what it's here for? But it wants to kill people too, because, like, its blood will stay in the ground. What does it want to make them bleed for? What does it do?
What do you want?
You don't care about me or Molly anymore, do you?
I never said that. Just tell me what you want.
Molly's been sleepwalking for the past few days, and she keeps saying she's hearing stuff and seeing things. I want you to check on her.
Is she hurt?
No, but I think...
I'm a bit busy with the missing cases. I'll try and get back to her.
Are you seriously doing this? Do you know how much Molly misses you? Why can't you take a day off for her?
I said I'm busy. I'll visit her when I'm free.
So what now? They made you Chloe's slave? Should have known this was all a joke when they made her the superintendent. I hope things end for her the same way they did for Jessie.
Don't go there, Susan.
Both of us know she's incapable of any of this, and you're working for her. You remember how weak she is, don't you? You expect her to help this county?
At least she's a better person than you could ever be.
That is a weird way to speak to someone. That is a very, very odd way to speak to someone. Like, you're not, like, saying she's bad at her job. You're not even describing what she does wrong. You're just saying she's weak. She's pathetic. Yeah, I see why she's, like, marked as an anomaly. There's no way, like, someone like that would be marked as, like, a real person because of just how the way they talk. That's not a real person that you're talking to. What you're talking about is, like, a possible just freak. Like, just a freak of nature that it just exists. Whatever this thing is, it's like, it's not human. Because it doesn't describe people as, like, you know, people or, like, their traits or how their characters, like, failing them in some way. Like, no, it treats you like an animal of some sort. Like, just like a being. And that your purpose is just worthless because of that. That's why I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, it's right to call that thing an anomaly, because it's not a person. That thing is an anomaly. The Susan person has lost their life to this thing. Is it happening again, by the way?
Told you Richmond would win this season.
We made a close second. It wasn't that bad.
21-7.
Could have been a bit better. How much do I owe you?
Maybe finding that bracelet you lost in the forest when we were kids.
Let me scroll back a little bit. All files related to the 1988 tragedy private can only be viewed by officers and OC members. Name, Ryan Fletcher. ID, 24-6. Assistant Superintendent. Date of birth, okay. December,
Gosh,
baby.
You still remember that?
All these people are dead. And these two are censored. Charlie and Susan Fletcher. They don't even describe their jobs. The wife is not dead. The stepbrother apparently might be dead. Affiliations. A lot of this shit that is censored. What? Okay.
Yeah, but it was ugly.
Chloe Cullen.
It wasn't. Even Michael was jealous of it.
Related to the 19th tragedy, private only viewed by MCDP. Chloe, superintendent, also the same kind of birth date, 1997. She's a little bit younger.
I almost forgot.
Yeah? Are you serious? Is this actually...
Yeah.
What do you plan on naming him? Or her?
Mira suggested Charlie, if it was a boy.
Charlie Fletcher, huh? Probably gonna take over Chief if he follows her steps.
Since she's vanished. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Scroll back there a moment. I think I had a brain fart. The fuck do you mean it's been a week since she's vanished? November 24th, December 98. Who vanished? Susan?
Gonna take over Chief if he follows her
The
steps.
police officer, Charlie? So I decided to go home.
So, now that I've got you smiling, and
That's when
shit,
she would have told me to.
I need to talk to you about something.
Yeah? What is it?
Promise you won't get angry?
I can't promise that.
Fine. I'm not suggesting anything, but it's about one's consciousness.
Ryan, I told you we're not talking about this. They're gonna be here, and they're gonna help us with the cases.
Chloe, there's barely a rise. It's probably because of the increase in bear population or something. We can see a rise. It's probably because of
I
the
hear
increase
Jonathan
in bear
breathing.
population or
The
something.
fuck?
We can take care of this.
You promise you trust me on this one thing.
You're never gonna listen. Just continue driving. Fuck. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that for?
Sorry. We're here. You take a look into the house, I'll go and check in the forest, alright?
What? No.
Maple County Forest, missing persons, animal sighting. 2 teenagers. Oh, this is the same case between like Mr. Suave and the other one. Yeah, Rico Suave and Benneth Ruth.
You're not going in the forest without me. Hey, Chloe, would you fucking
This
listen?
made it based. She's not listening. She's not obeying. She's just like specifically doing whatever she wants. I would understand, like, yo, girl boss, do whatever you want. But like, this is what like with the situation with anomalies. I might think like this might be something completely different. Spent close to 30 minutes attempting to his friend. When he believed it encountered an animal, he ran back home. No traces of the boys were found. They're both dead?
What?
You know about the forest.
Search for him. He lived and encountered an animal, prompting him to run away.
At least take Lewis or someone with you.
I'll be safe, I promise.
You promise I won't have to search for you?
One's consciousness.
promise.
What the fuck?
If you see anything weird, report to me, alright? And don't be a hero. We don't need that now. Okay?
It's believed that Ruth arrived at his house around an hour past the disappearance of Suave. It was 11:34 p.m. He stated that something followed the operator call his house. Shortly after giving him this address, Ruth seemed to end the call. The house has been evacuated and there has been no one inside.
Just be safe.
Yeah. You be safe too.
Okay, this is a more clear picture. Ruth arrived at his house around 11:30 p.m. A half of the disappearance. Before the home made a 911 call that stated that something followed him in the home, pleading to send police to his house, which is disconnected from. Has been evacuated, and there are no traces of Ruth, nor there is no evidence that the call was made from hit. There was no evidence that the call was made from this. Was made from this. What?
Dipshit.
It is believed that Ruth arrived at his house around 11:30 p.m. That half an hour disappearance Suave from the home in 1991. 34. He stated that something followed him home, pleading to the police house. Shortly after giving his address, Ruth seemed to have disconnected the call. The house has been evacuated and there is no traces of Ruth or even footsteps. There is no evidence that the call was even made from the house. The documents was submitted as one's consciousness. So what he was talking about was this specific case.
Fuck.
E. OC archives. One's consciousness. Okay. Base Seth. Anomaly number 2. Is there something in the black image? Okay, there's nothing there. Okay. It's already applied. It's all my fault. What happened? Again? Is it the house? Am I looking at a house? Again, it's so dark that I can't see anything. It's very hard to even see in this. But I'm guessing that's on purpose.
Tell me about these memories.
I don't remember a lot, usually. When I try to voluntarily remember, my brain suppresses them. Sometimes I have these dreams, or episodes where I remember everything. But other times, I completely forget about what actually happened back then.
Well, what about now?
I remember.
Everything?
Yeah.
The anomalies are created. The anomalies aren't people. It's not killing people. It's creating its own fucking species. So whatever these things are, they don't kill people for the sake of killing people. What they are is just they're habiting our planet. They're taking over. And they're removing us from the position. Because they want to live here instead of us. It's removing people from here and taking their bodies as like hosts to build their own bodies from. At least that's what I'm assuming so. I need to clean my fucking screen. I'm getting distracted by like just fucking patches on my fucking... Interesting symbol. Okay.
There are actually 2 incidents, and that was the reason for both.
It's not your fault, Ryan.
But it's not like I can ask them for forgiveness or anything, right?
I can't see anything, man. From foreigners. I can't see anything. did Ryan do? Is he an anomaly? But he has slight control over himself? But not slight control over himself? What is Ryan doing?
Chloe, you know I'm not fucking lying about this shit.
I didn't say you were alright. I'm just saying that maybe you didn't exactly see a monster in the corner of the room glaring at you.
I swear to God, this isn't one of those episodes or dreams. And I've been off that shit for almost a decade.
I know, but
But what?
the guys at the station were laughing at you. People see you as a hero, Ryan. You're like the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't want them to think you're crazy.
To hell with the other guys. All I need is you to believe me, Chloe. That's all I need.
There was already a window open when the other guys got there after you.
Hold on, I want to read that.
There was already a window open when the
Patterns in my sins transcended generations.
other guys got there after you, which could explain the weird noises and the eyes. That could just be a reflection.
God, fuck it.
Tell me the truth. Are you remembering again? It's okay. It's gonna be between you and me just like when we were kids.
I know what I saw, and that shit wasn't triggered by my memories. Fine. What about the footage on the kid's handycam?
We're not allowed to look into it. Our contract only allows OC to do the research work.
Are we just gonna give up on everything and let them do all the work?
They're gonna help, Ryan.
That's what you said when we were kids. You were always afraid of approaching the threat.
That's not...
Just like when Michael went missing. I tried to find him, but you fucking held me back, saying it wasn't safe.
Ryan. Don't bring up Michael. We talked about this. What else do you remember? What else do you remember?
Sanctification. Okay, I'll discuss this more later. Hold on. Let's keep going.
That's it.
We're here. Good night, Ryan.
Get some sleep, dipshit. Tell Henry I said goodnight.
There's no audio for this one.
Rico! Rico! Fuck. Rico! Rico, I'm fucking leaving without you!
wish there was a way to turn up the brightness.
911, what's your emergency?
Something followed me home, and my friend is missing. We went into the forest, and I was searching for him, and then this thing, it started chasing me down.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to tell me your location.
I live at 14567 Forest Side, Maple County, and my friend, please, I don't know about him. Please send help.
The police are on their way. Please remain calm. Where is the intruder now?
It's inside my house. It's walking around checking the rooms.
Please stay calm. The police are around the corner. Try to be as quiet as you can.
Please. I'm scared.
Brandon, please stay calm. The police are around the corner. Try to be as quiet as you can.
It's getting closer.
Brandon, please stay calm. The police are around the corner.
Brandon,
Try to be as quiet as you can.
the police
Brandon,
are around the corner.
please stay
Brandon,
calm.
try to be as quiet as
Police
you
are
can.
around the corner.
Police are
Try to be as quiet as you can.
Try to be as quiet as you can.
Okay. Dipshits. Okay, weird. So I think I understand how this anomaly works. I like to call this the liar bird anomaly. So what it does specifically, and what I've been seeing that it does, is that it tries to use a form of like not echolocation, a form of just like manipulation of its own voice to be able to repeat what it's heard before. But it's odd because it doesn't seem to just do that. It also seems to be able to talk with that same tone of voice. It's the same thing that like some creatures can do, like mimic someone's voice, but also like mimic their ability to just fully talk. Because when it found Rico, Rico wasn't alive. Rico was fully taken over by whatever parasite this is, and it took its vocal cords and used it as a voice. Hell, it came into the room and just repeated what like the telephone teleprompter was telling them. I don't even know if like that video that call even made it to the police station, because it seemed like it was such a robotic person just talking on the other line. Completely like stilled itself and just repeated the line over and over and over into its head. But it seems that it also can manipulate technology as well, because when it's being recorded or when like a phone is being used to call another station to make sure that someone can save them, it started glitching out and completely corrupting itself. It's whatever this thing is, Richard is one. Weirdly, like he is an anomaly, but he is able to disconnect from it and reconnect into it and then fully disconnect from it because it's based on like his memories. When he remembers when he is an anomaly, he fully embraces his ability of being an anomaly and does his work as one. But when he's not, he fully dissociates and doesn't know what happened. Also, we like got like red imaging footage, which I'm assuming is how the eggs of this creature just like come to life, and how it like collects more of itself and just spreads like parasites. Whatever this thing is, there's so many questions of like what it could do, and so many answers that we've gotten, but it leads to more questions of like what are the limits of this creature? Why is it able to collect bodies, and how does it distort people's bodies? Does it distort people's bodies? Does it actually do that? Because it seems like it just becomes a normal person. It can even become children, babies, dude. Whatever this thing is, it is it is beyond the skinwalker. It is like a perfect like reflection of what humans can look like, and just fully kill them.
Stop, stop looking at me like that. Stop,
Well, that's the ending.
stop putting it on my sleeve. You know every bit of the story. I don't want to. And my fingers wrap around so tightly. Crow, 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 the inches on the wall. Crow, crow, how is in my brain? I wait here in the designated place. I'll let you find me.
Give me a minute here. I want to see what that was about. What was that? The glitch at the bottom of the footage. Mira. I guess it could be Mira or Mira, which means look in Spanish. Consciousness. Fletcher. Okay. That is... I'm very upset that there's like fucking things after the credits. It's of your imagination. Flexion, Fletcher. I mean, it's a figment of your imagination, Fletcher. She's a mere figment of your imagination. Why didn't you save me, Dad? What? Stop doing this to me. What happened, Fletcher? You're not real. Is Dad the planet? It's all your fault, Fletcher. You're all... No. Fletcher's the father. Fletcher infected her son. Her daughter. His daughter. Is that what I thought it just said? There's no way. What the fuck is this series? There's peaceful demise ahead of me. Oh my god. Your seed will perish the moment it's born. Okay, we're gonna pause here. Holy shit. Damn, this is like 2 videos, man, but this fucking series is amazing. What the fuck? Like, okay. So there's an entity in Fletcher. There's multiple entities all over the state. And whatever this entity is, it can reproduce. And the seed ended with him. So Mira is another entity. That's what I'm guessing it is. Or an entity that like was able to become a human, but also be like more part human than it is an entity. Whatever it is, it has something to do with that damn planet. I've described it again, like multiple times. This thing came from the Apollo 11 crash. The Apollo 11 wasn't meant for the moon. Creator here, I'm glad you checked this out. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Earthly. Well, I didn't think I'd actually get the creator of this. This is a fucking amazing shit. I'm just gonna be frank. This is amazing fucking shit. Like, alone, I'm gonna be frank about this. The design of this alone is absolutely, like, amazing. The voice actors obviously aren't American, so obviously it's gonna be somewhat, like, here or there, or, like, how some of the pronunciations are kind of, like, said. But that's not what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the presentation. This shit is, like, fully feels like it's a 1980s, like, thing. I'm gonna say this out loud, and you can say whatever you want about, like, the theories I can make, or you can just, like, denounce them fully, because these are just theories I'm gonna be throwing out here. Like, fully theories. I'm not correct. I'm not going to be right about this. I'm just saying theories. What the Apollo 11 found on, like, Phenomenon, which I'm guessing is the planet's name. If it's not, it's Phenomenon. I don't remember the name too well. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Unearthly. But whatever they found on that planet, killed all of the initial spacecrafters over there. Or it didn't kill them. It harvested them. Because at that point in time, they found out this is a virus. A virus that could possibly kill them. It killed the entire planet. And they didn't want to go back to Earth at all. Because they knew once they brought this thing to Earth, all of humanity would have been over. In this same footage, we saw how it came back to our planet. It wasn't like, it didn't rocket propel back. Because how if you don't know how space travel works, specifically how space travel works is that you have to rotate once on the planet to slingshot yourself out of an orbit into another planet's orbit. This just threw the ship immediately into Earth. It didn't even like circle around like the moon. It just was thrown back into Earth. And after that planet like, threw it back, it fully did not care what was the safetiness of these things because it didn't matter. They're not gonna die. Weirdly, this parasite never lets you die if it's like a part of your body. And as this planet threw the ship back, it crash landed in Maple. As it crash landed there, people that found those people were infected. Weirdly enough. Because the minute that pod was opened up and those people came back, they're all still conscious. But they're all infected. Like they're not allowed to die. Because they're not part of the hive mind that is this collective. And as it was like lived in Maple, it started infecting more and more people. More people that like access specifically the woods. Because this virus went itself into the woods to start harvesting itself and start growing and populating itself over there. I think we see footage of that even like in the 29 like minute video here. We could see this like this image here of like this. Like I'm guessing these are eggs that are like in the ground that were just being popped and harvested and just grown out of the ground. And again, we keep seeing like space footage of the singularity because again, this consciousness is sentient. We've been over this multiple times. And what it believes it's doing is a holy plan of sentiently connecting parasite with humanity. And as it connects to both, they'll both be one. And they won't have to be separate ever again. Because it's trying to claim all of Earth as part of its one singularity. And I'm thinking the name of the singularity is the Eh. Because I keep seeing that over and over in this footage. Whatever this thing is, it seems to be labeling itself the Eh. Or just eh. You don't have to add the part. Interesting. Again, you don't have to tell me I'm right. You don't have to tell me I'm wrong. Like, if you do tell me I'm wrong or right, some people that like are looking into this series will have to like use me as like evidence. And I don't know if you want me to use me as evidence for like how I'm thinking this is like a correct position. But as the is part of humanity, it starts uniting them. And again, I think it believes that this is a holy plan where it deserves to do this because humanity has like rot as it like possibly found out from the astronauts from their own life experience or it harvesting like their brain matter and finding out like their own memories and finding every single part of them and learning from that, saying that like it needs to purify Earth because we didn't find this thing like years ago. We found this thing recently. And as we found this thing recently, it needed to be investigated because it was just like around the planet. How we got to there is specifically just to make an excuse with the Apollo 18. We just sent a ship straight into the moon, disguising it as like, you know, landing back on the moon. But instead, it was supposed to be investigating whatever the hell this thing is behind the moon. Because no one could see it. Again, this is a blackened sphere in the sky. The only way you can really see it is if you could see it behind the moon. So as it investigated this, like, flowing moon, wherever it is, it like this is where we found out all this information. And this is why we're getting like all this footage of like this creature being able to like just connect with humans. And again, it could disguise itself too. Because it doesn't take like, you know, anomaly form where like it changes its face, it distorts its face. Oh, you're barely human. Like, no. It's much scarier than that. It just blends into humanity. Like whatever the fuck this thing is, it blends into real humanity. And because of that, censorship within like how it is, because it can prove anomalies exist. Let me see where it is. Okay, so there is something implemented in this tape before we even watch this. The anomaly detection system. As it analyzes the entire tape, anomaly 0. And as it shows us the image, where is it? It's the anomalies have been removed. Let's see, does it show the first image, which is a... The first image it shows us is a child. This thing. Because we saw the image beforehand. Like, we saw the child before. Like, it just looks like a normal, you know, barely born baby. But as we go further... Like, hear the crying. Yeah. We heard that when we saw him being hunted down by the anomaly when it entered his home. This baby isn't a real baby. Whatever it is, it's part of an anomaly. Because when the anomaly becomes overzealous or excited, it starts duplicating its own voice. That's what we've been seeing. It even starts failing here. Like, you hear error. Yeah. This Holy shit, what if this thing's cybernetic? What if this thing is cybernetic in some way, and what is being implanted into people, or like what it's becoming an anomaly is that it's a robotic replicating nanobots? Oh, that's insane. Oh, that's crazy. Because that means conventional fire won't kill it. Conventional weapons won't be able to like destroy whatever this thing is. That means this thing could probably replicate like just technology on its own. That's if the nanobots are sophisticated like that. What if this is an entire planet of just nanobots? We saw a smaller planetational sphere orbit around phenomenon, whatever it was in the sky. Could that be like it's like motherboard? Fuck, there's so much to this. But again, there's not enough information for me to like to give a proper stance on what it could possibly be. Whatever it could be, whatever this thing is beyond like human recognition, because you cannot recognize this thing at a glance. Computers can. Computers can identify these anomalies. There's even technology that they have made here to specifically identify these anomalies. And yet, it still looks like a human. This entire footage even censors out the book that's been written, like the police department, multiple of the mayors that live in this place, like just images of like people doing like their voices. Ryan Fletcher's face is not even found. Susan Brown here is fully like browned out with like the anomaly ray, because she is seen as an anomaly. The baby isn't though. That's the weird thing. This child is not an anomaly. But yet we see in the end that she despises her father, Mira. And Richard, I'm assuming, is the father. Either it's that, or it's the giant fucking planet that lives over all of this. Because maybe Fletcher is the person talking here that hates his father. His father being the phenomena, that planet that lives above. Again, these are all just theories I'm throwing out, and it's just crazy what this thing could or could not be. Because obviously it can take people's like lives and it could take people's skins, but it doesn't seem that it requires people to be alive for what it does. Because it just wants to unite humanity by force or by willingness. And what the strange thing about this thing is that it also can take your mind, or it could just take its own form. That's what I'm assuming it can do. Because when it takes someone's mind, you have Richard. I think Richard is his name. No, Fletcher. You have Fletcher. Richard Fletcher. I think it is Richard Fletcher. You have Richard Fletcher, a person that is an anomaly, but he also still has his own consciousness. He has social, what the fuck is that disease called? Social dissociation disorder, where he has two parts of his mind. One part is part of the anomaly and one isn't. One that he remembers all the fucking gross things he's done as the anomaly, and where he just like thinks he's a normal human and he doesn't even recall what he does with that. This thing is like, whatever this thing is supremely like beyond powerful. Because I wouldn't even know half of like what it could or could not be. It could be a human. It could be a person. It could be... I don't even know if it could like control animals. But I think it just wants to do humans because it's overzealous and wishes only humans due to their sentience. This reminds me a lot of like the Dead Space like orbital planet. If you don't know, there's a species in like Dead Space. I forgot what they're called. Dead Space Moon. So there's this thing called the barren moon in Dead Space. This reminds me a lot of that, without like the giant tentacles from it. But like it's basically a huge moon, not made of like anything but flesh. Like it's a huge living flesh moon that just orbits planets and slowly causes them to go insane as it transforms people into like monstrosities and goes to the planet to harvest all of its monstrosities for its own taking. That's what this thing makes me feel like it is. As it makes people go insane and be a part of its like full family. Forcibly if have to. So this is where my brain is traveling when I can think about this. Like it's just part of like a huge living mass of like this infection. Whatever it may be. But yeah, this series is fucking amazing. Like the 30-minute video on this, fucking like phenomenal to just like describe the entire like landscape of like what this story is. You could have like made this into like 6 or 8 different like small like did videos, but like it just being a 30-minute episode of like this person Richard and how their experience is. I can't confirm what's right and wrong, but definitely a cool interpretation. Yeah, just a SMTG put out, it's not everything that is related to the creatures, but maybe a focus on the relations and emotions, and amidst all the chaos. Well, yeah, I'd agree with that. SMTG. What does the SMTG mean? Let me look that up. SMTG. Testing ground. Smart mobile data. Pronoun. I don't know what that means. The Data City Smart Mobility Testing Ground. Okay. Just something I'll pull out is that it's not everything related to the creatures, but maybe focus on the relations and emotions of amidst all the chaos. Yeah, yeah. I've been seeing that a lot. And I could see the connection between that and the anomaly itself. Because as we saw with Susan, that started to talk with Richard and like talk about like his family, how he's not like been there for them. It's because I think he's scared of like what he can do to them. Because again, we saw with Susan Brown that she's not acting like a person. She's acting more like as an authority figure. She like physically doesn't want to care about whatever the fuck kind of police station is happening or whatever his job is, but he does not like that she's constantly investigating, that she's constantly making sure to like investigate these problems, because she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that. She like more information of her like. I'm assuming she's an anomaly. That more of her like information of her anomaly status is being like described to other people. More information is getting out that like, oh, watch out for these anomalies. They live in these areas. Please avoid these areas if you can. She doesn't like that. And she doesn't like that her own husband is behind helping a lot of this stuff. And in that, she tries to dissuade him constantly. Because again, he's not 100% fully anomaly due to, I think, his dissociative identity disorder, where he has two different minds. Like one that's connected within like the anomalies and one that isn't. And in that like the double like thought process, he's scared of what he might do to his family, but he doesn't know he's also part anomaly because he keeps forgetting that he's a part of an anomaly. And what I worry more is about his daughter, because his own daughter like lives here, or is this his daughter? He might be an uncle to this family. What was the thing again?
Hearing stuff and seeing things. I want you to check on her.
Is she hurt?
No, but I think...
I'm a bit busy with the missing cases. I'll try and get back to her.
Are you seriously doing this? Do you know how much Molly misses you? Why can't you take a day off for her?
I said I'm busy. I'll visit her when I'm free.
So what now? They made you Chloe's slave? Should have known this was all a joke when they made her the superintendent. I hope things end for her the same way they did for Jessie.
Don't.
Ryan is Susan's sister. Probably should have made the relations clearer. Probably should have made the relations clearer. Ryan is Susan's sister. Brother. Yeah, I think I got that. I was gonna think like they were probably like, you know, I initially thought they were like a family beforehand and there was a divorce between Ryan and Susan. So they both separated, but they still keep in contact because of Molly. I thought that was the case. Like they were like divorced, but if that's like they're part of a relationship, then like they're part of family. That's fine. Also, that's fucking entitled, you bitch. Like who the fuck? I know, like it's part of the story, but like fucking entitled prick, like, oh, I gotta go visit my little niece because my niece gonna see me. Like, don't be so conceited. Again, like it just I would have reacted differently on this one. Like, oh my god, I don't care. Like, leave me to my job. I gotta make money. Just a funny bit, but like, yeah. Again, it seems like so cold how she talks. How like deliberately analytical she seems when she like discusses this. Like, oh, you're her slave now. You work for her now. And it seems like almost like unhuman how she talks. Because she's not talking to like a. She's not talking to Ryan with like some respect. No, she just talks to Ryan like he's garbage for like obeying whatever the higher up tells her to do. Then that seems odd. Like you wouldn't just say like, if I thought of it as like a normal person, like, oh, again, like I know that you have to do work, but like, come on, you could at least come home one of these days. You've been missing for months. You're missing for so much time, and I haven't even seen you. Molly misses you deeply. Why haven't you been home? And then they would discuss like, I understand, like I know, but I'll make time on another day. Like, fine. If you want to make time another day, that's fine. But please, like just come home one of these days. I want to see you. But, you know, taking it a more like soulless approach, like a more like gruesome, soulless like thought process makes me more like think that she's not doing this for the right of like making her brother happy. She's doing it specifically because she wants something from him. Maybe there's something special to the anomaly connected to Ryan Fletcher. Maybe there's something special there. There might be. Maybe there's something that the anomaly has like to perfect with him. And the fact that he can disassociate is actually making him more helpful than he is like being a problem. Because he constantly is blaming himself for certain situations that he made worse. He might be too perfect of a host to get rid of. And that's why he enjoys to like play around with his mind. Because at any time he could just like infect him more with like certain thought process. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. There's so much to this. There's so much to this that even I like feel like I'm like very wrong on a few things. But still, thank you, Mr. Unearthly, for giving us this series to watch. This has been like an amazing fucking series, and the editing on this is absolutely like phenomenal. I will say the way how like the letters look so fucking readable in this is absolutely amazing. And I really like it that I can fucking read the text on screen. Comparative to like other analog horror stuff where like the text is kind of like blurry and it makes it very hard to read. But so this has been like a lot of fun. This has been very helpful to me like to get knowledge of. And I will say I have noticed a little bit on the images some of these are AI generated. I don't know if that's the truth, but like it seems like some of these are AI generated. Not like dissing on that because it's very useful to give like the uncanny valley to a lot of these images. Like a lot of these images like get off like really well due to like the how uncanny sometimes AI kind of looks. So the series was amazing. If you guys want to check it out yourself, please go to this channel called Unearthly. They have 1K subscribers. They could use your views. So if you can come over here and like this is like an absolutely amazing series. If you go watch this series, like please do. You don't have to leave a comment that like says that like, oh, you came from here. Actually leave a comment analyzing this stuff yourself. Leave a comment in their chat specifically telling them like, hey, this is cool. This is my theory. Or you know, just say how I'm wrong and just say like, oh, this guy's stinky. He doesn't even know what like the analysis is. Now here's the real theory. But still, thank you Unearthly for being here. Thank you for giving up the series to watch. And thank you for everyone watching that like came over here and watched the series with us. This is an absolutely beautiful series, and I very much love watching this. If you guys watch the series, please give him a subscribe. He's worth the time. And if you guys do come here from my video, I will link his video in my own like description for you guys to go look at and go click on this link. I do this for every analog series that I have. I link them directly to the channel. You guys can go there, watch the series, and give it your own subscription on that. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video I do of an analog horror series.